So,
Huh?
what art thou bringeth to the table today?
Today, we're going to talk about a good old time classic,
Okay.
Batman.
Okay.
You know him, you love him,
Yeah.
you know
I
to
do.
love him,
I got a thumbnail for this.
and you love to know him.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Arkham games.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh man. Um, I I gotta say, I don't think they've ever been able to do Batman justice ever since then. Because like those games, and I don't know if they ever will, because those games were like pinnacle Batman. They were like, usually with like superhero games, you're like, I want to do like superpowered stuff, like hit
Yeah.
a guy and he flies around and does all this stuff like Superman or whatever.
Yeah.
But like with Batman, it was like, it was almost like the same like combat style that I liked from Assassin's Creed, where it was like that stylish kind of combat, you know,
Yeah.
where it's like you felt like a badass every time you like pulled off a move or did something.
Yeah.
Like, oh man. So I guess we'll just start with like Asylum first. And,
Okay.
And go from each game.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You've played the entire series, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Me? No, I haven't actually. So I guess with Asylum, did you play it when it came out? Like right when it came out?
Oh, yeah.
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 You have any memories from launch day? Because I think I didn't get to play Asylum until after City released.
I don't. I have vague memories of it. It was so long ago when it came out. So I remember it being like the most badass Batman game I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, like, the story concept is like Batman caught Joker going back to the asylum, locking him up, and he breaks out, and the entire like facility is just under attack by all the prisoners and stuff.
Yeah.
And you have to basically fight all, and Batman's trapped on there because obviously he has to put everybody back in prison.
Yeah.
You know, get it under control. It's more like
It's like he would have went like, I'm not going to deal with this today.
No.
This is y'all's problem.
Then you just want to need.
I catch them and bring them to y'all.
Yeah.
It's y'all's job to do
It's
this.
not my responsibility. I'm clocking out. Oh man, and what I think is so cool about that game is like it all takes place like technically in one night.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you-
I think they all do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, you telling me City takes place in one night?
Yeah.
You're telling me Arkham Knight
Yeah.
takes place in one night.
That's right.
That is man, those have been some long days for Batman.
Yeah.
I hope he gets some downtime after that. Oh man, what was I gonna say? Okay, so
Dude, I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
I don't
You
think
make me a list of 8 items on it. I can't do that in one night.
no.
He like
Not
took
with the
down
things.
everything. He took on an army in
Literally,
one night.
and they're all like super powered and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
just like insane how he went from like he gets battered too. He gets like beat up,
Yeah.
like his like what is it? His like bat suit is like all fucked up
Yeah.
by the end.
By
of
the
it.
end, it's all ripped up. I think in
All
every game it's like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he gets blasted and burned and shot at, all this stuff a lot, beat up. Oh man. Yeah. So for the first one, it's all about like basically him just like running into like all of his past enemies and trying to get them all under control. I don't think they do anybody like too crazy. I mean, they have Killer Croc, right? He's in there.
Yeah. Well, Joker at the end is pretty crazy.
Yeah. No, Joker is definitely very crazy at the end, but I meant like
Killer Croc.
nobody that's like super insane. Like they have Zaz at the beginning, and he's kind of just like a whatever. But they don't have Penguin
I think they have Penguin.
in the first one.
It's in the game, I think.
Oh yeah, they probably did some like cameo or talked about him or something.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy is in there.
Yeah. I remember her being in there.
Mm-hmm. and obviously Harley Quinn and Joker are like going around the whole place,
Yeah.
messing everything up.
Is Two-Face in there?
No,
No.
no. I think that's City.
I'm gonna
I
look
think he's
that
in
up
City.
right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Look it up on our supercomputer.
Yeah.
Um,
Telefilm.
yeah. So all the stuff with
I
like
forgot how much Coca-Cola makes me burp.
probably shouldn't have drank it. The combat system and like the gadget systems and stuff like that are like so so crazy how it like flows all together, because like you have the batarangs, but you also have like the remote controlled ones you can use to like access things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously like you have like, if they give you a room and there's like a bunch of guys in there, odds are you can like stealth around and like take guys out silently, like, you know, do the bat thing. And he has this like one gadget where you can like spray his symbol down. It's like super glue or something, and it blows up. So you can just like set traps for a bunch of people and like get somebody off on the different side of the room while you're like taking down another guy.
I cannot believe how little villains are in the first one.
Yeah, no, it's not a lot at all. There's only like a few major ones.
Like, there's Easter eggs.
Yeah, that like they talk about them, but there's not any like anything crazy. That's what I was meaning.
It's only Joker, Ivy, Bane, Scarecrow, Croc, and Zaz.
Wow, Bane? Oh yeah, I guess
He does make an appearance in there, and I think you defeat him quickly with some kind, like you run your car into him into the lake.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there because they were making the formula for
Titan.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I forgot Bane was even in there, honestly.
Everyone's in the last one.
Yeah.
I forgot how little is in the first.
Yeah,
I'm amazed right now. I'm sorry.
Honestly, and I mean, if you look at like compare Asylum to City, it's like almost like Asylum was like proof of concept. Like we can make this, we can make a Batman game, and then and obviously they were already planning to do City because there was that big Easter egg in Asylum, where they were like, it's like behind some like explodable wall, and you put your like glue stuff on it, and when you blow it up and you go in, it's like plans for making Arkham City, like the entire like Asylum thing.
Yeah, the Easter egg in there.
Mm-hmm. So they were already planning for it. It was like the mayor was working on it or something. There's something in there. There was like a note, and obviously like the entire map for City was already in there too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I thought that was like really cool.
Yeah, I mean it is. I'm still stunned that it's only like 5 guys.
Yeah, no, it's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. And the map for Asylum is like even smaller, like incredibly smaller than City, like so much smaller.
For some reason, I remember it taking forever to beat that game.
Well, there's like a lot. It's not like there's like a lot of like ground to cover. You're like in the facility itself, and that goes like up and down. There's like a bunch of like corridors and stuff like that. So there's a lot of like, I mean, you go through like a whole entire like Batman movie experience, you know, like one guy leads to the next, you know.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, it takes a long time to get through.
Yeah.
Even for that one, it's not as long as the other ones, but it's still like a big experience all on its own.
I remember Arkham Origins. That was done by someone else, right? A different developer?
Yeah, that was given to somebody else while Rocksteady worked on
Arkham City?
Arkham Knight. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so moving on from Asylum to City, like, that was, like, when they were like, let's just make it open world. Let's just make an open world game.
Yeah.
And Origins used the same map from City.
Yeah. I could tell it was like very similar.
Yeah, it was super similar. It was like, what was it? It took place on like Christmas night or something, Christmas Eve or something like that. I think so. So it was all snowy. So that was like the differentiating thing was like it was snowing, but it was in the past. It was
We're gonna
like
take the same net. We're gonna put snow on it, and they
Yeah.
won't even know.
they did at least upres all the textures and everything, so it looked a lot better. But
Yeah.
I think it took place before Asylum. I can't remember. I thought it was like a prequel or something.
It was before. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's like when you get introduced, like Batman meets Joker. He didn't know who he is
Oh yeah, that's right.
because
Yeah.
it's Black Mask running the show, and basically
It was-
Joker. Is
yeah,
like
that's right. It was
pulling
all, like, all these
Batman's
other
chain
guys.
and Black Mask's chain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so with City, they were just like, have at it. The criminals have taken over the whole. What was the thing? It was like we've sectioned off this portion of Gotham, and now it's part of the asylum.
Yeah, they basically made half the city a prison.
Yeah, and we're just gonna see how this goes. Like, how do you undo that? If it doesn't work out, how do you not do that anymore?
Yeah.
I don't think the prisoners are gonna like that.
Something tells me you haven't thought this through.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work, bud. And so it was like,
I think it was someone corrupt pulling the string. It was Hugo Strange pulling the
Well,
string.
yeah, he was pulling the strings. He like purposefully gets captured, Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
as himself, and they just let, or no, it was like he was making a speech about like running for mayor or something.
No, I think he was protesting the prison.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the guys like jumped in on the broadcast or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and got him, and then they threw him in Arkham Asylum for some reason. I'm not sure how they like
Yeah.
Arkham City.
Arkham City. They basically threw him in there, and or maybe he took him out or something, and then climbed to a tall building and.
Yeah. He was
Got
in there
his
for a
suit.
bit, and he was like, "Oh no, you're beating me up," and then he beats the fuck out of all these guys.
No.
No,
Why'd you do that?
shoot. Well, I guess I'll investigate while I'm here. And so then, yeah, he
Little
goes.
do you know, I'm Batman.
Yeah, he goes all the way up to like a building, gets his suit, and then the rest is history.
Yeah.
And then he goes on from there, and then you get like to explore the entire like city and the grappling mechanics and stuff.
Yeah. Where they left the series, I just thought there's more to be done. Like I hate when like they just leave it and then they go do crappy things to the character.
Yeah,
I think Kill the Justice League is connected to the Arkham series or something like that.
the Suicide Squad game.
Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be. Well, it's supposed to be. I mean, it's the same devs that made Arkham, the Arkham series.
Yeah.
And they were working
But
on
I think
it.
they killed Batman.
Yeah, I think so too. So I don't know how like the timeline works, because they also did Gotham Knights,
Mm-hmm.
and that also had Batman, and he died in there. And that
These guys are all over the place
that
now.
was the Gotham
They had
Knights,
something great going, and they ruined it.
like Gotham Knights was also supposed to be connected to Arkham series, but then they killed Batman, and then they made Suicide Squad, and then that was also connected to the Arkham series, but Batman's back,
Yeah.
and so is everybody else. I don't know. I'm not really sure what they.
I heard that the Gotham Knights sucked.
I kind of liked it.
You did?
I kind of liked it. It's like Arkham series. It's a little loosely connected to them. It's got kind of like the same combat style
Yeah.
as them. I don't know if I'd recommend it if you weren't interested in the first place, but I don't go into it expecting Arkham. That's what I'll say, because it's not.
I can't help myself but
I know.
expect
I know.
Arkham.
It's
My expectations are high.
yeah, it's a little jankier than Arkham.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that same fluid motion at all. So
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I just wouldn't bother if you're not like really interested in like the story or like where that's going.
Probably not.
Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't. DC games are becoming a mess now.
They used to, that's what they had going for.
That's the only thing they had fucking going for them. But
and animation.
all the
they had
yeah,
were
the
pretty
animations too, and the movies were like bombing. Like everybody was like, at least like we got the Batman, the Arkham series. At least that's going, because like those are like the pinnacle of like superhero games.
Yeah.
at that point. And I mean, if you look at Spider-Man, like it basically has the same combat system as the Arkham
Yeah,
series.
yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I was like, this is
It has like all the gadgets.
Marvel Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has all the sneaking around and stuff. It's like, so it's like it's really unfortunate that they just were like, no, go and make a shooter game instead. Don't do any more Arkham. We're done with that now.
I don't know. Maybe the developer was just tired of it.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, they were working on it for like good solid years. Yeah. Since like 2017, I think.
I mean, some like people working on that had to be like, can we work on something else?
Something.
I've been working on this 10 years.
I'm sick of singing Batman all the time in my dreams. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. There's a lot of developers that get kind of like sick of working on the same series. I just wish it wouldn't have. I wish they would have moved on and did something better, or not better per se, just like
similar.
Yeah, similar. Like maybe don't do it.
Why not? I felt like where it needed to go was into the Justice League. Like, think about an Arkham style game, but the Justice League, and you can tell it from one person's perspective. To tell it from Batman's perspective, he's like the least powerful there. So, but I mean, just to be like operating with those other characters, why not?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I feel the same way. And then they go and kill the Justice League. So, like, it's so strange to me how like Marvel has this thing where it's like they want to.
Cheers.
Not sponsored. We have this where Marvel has this thing where they want to like connect all the stories in their game, and they want to make everything like one cohesive world, right?
Yeah.
But DC keeps doing these things where it's like, even in their movies, they like, it's just nonsensical. Like nothing matches, nothing's connected. They'll say like,
it's like they're unable to commit to doing something that cohesive.
Yeah, because they've just like failed so many times. It's like they don't want to like put all their eggs in one basket anymore, and it's like that's the reason why people stuck with Marvel, because it's like all connected.
Yeah,
and it all paid off. But it's like DC doesn't.
Well, you recently no, but Marvel.
Well, I'm meaning like
is usually you're gonna get a good movie because the Hulk was good or the Iron Man was good, or like it's gonna be a fair movie.
Yeah.
Going into it.
Yeah.
But with DC, it's just like this could be hit or miss.
Yep.
I mean, Flash is a very popular character, and you go into that movie and you're like, this doesn't feel like Flash.
No. Yeah. That sucks to hear. Because he's like one of my favorite characters in DC. And I didn't watch it because I heard bad things.
The actors they pick are very, like, I thought Ben Affleck for Batman was like a great Bruce Wayne. But like the Barry Allen that they chose, I forget his name, the actor. I just was like, that's not. He's like more. They made him like a Spider-Man character, like where he's kind of nerdy and socially awkward, and like this kind of very dry.
Yeah,
and he has like the character has a lot of humor to him, but he's not dry.
Right. Yeah. He's got like Bruce Wayne has a lot of charisma to him. Like,
charisma, but I'm talking about Barry Allen.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were talking about Flash. I thought we were back on Batman.
The actor they chose for Flash, it just wasn't
very. Yeah. I see what you mean.
Good.
It's not a good fit.
That's the word I was looking for.
It's not just
a good fit.
They have a weird thing with casting.
They do,
apparently, and it's like. It's worse in games too, because it's like we see what Marvel's trying to do with like Spider-Man, Wolverine, all that jazz coming out, and it's like, why can't y'all like do the same thing with the Arkham series? Like, why do you have to just like
why couldn't you make a Nightwing game?
Ignore it happen. Yeah, make a Nightwing. Move on. Do somebody else. Or like, I mean, they're coming out with they're working on a Wonder Woman game right now. I don't know if you heard about that, but like no, I don't know. I just got like I'm not really that interested.
I'm
but,
not. That's really what
I mean,
have to say
unless
about
it's
it.
like got like sick combat and it looks cool and it's like fun to play or something like that. But
I mean, yeah.
it's like it's kind of hard to like try to get invested in a character you're already not really interested in.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. And then
They focus on make a Superman game. Make a good Superman game to get people interested in Superman again.
yeah.
Because it's there. He's
Yeah.
like the most powerful thing in DC.
That's probably like what the hardest part about it is.
Well,
Like
make it cool. Here's a challenge. Pick
Yeah.
it up. Play with it.
yeah, I know. I wish, but they don't seem to want to go that route.
Like Batman, I'm sure before Arkham, it was a challenging thing to make a Batman game.
Yeah, that's fair. Because like a lot of games tend to go with like the detective
Yeah.
side of things rather than the superhero part, where he's like fighting a bunch of dudes. So I don't know. I'd like to see a Flash game too, but I know that won't happen.
The mechanics behind a Flash game, I feel like are doable
No, I think so too.
because it's just speedster,
Yeah,
and like we've seen that in Lego games. Like the mechanics behind that, can't you just
True.
go?
Yeah.
Like that's all you have to do, just speed it up,
yeah,
and then you've got half the game.
yeah,
Now put some flesh on it.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. I mean, it feels like so easy for us to talk about, but it's like they just won't do anything.
I
Interesting
think
with that
once
idea.
you start on something and you don't know how far you're gonna have to go into it to make it good, then it's like you don't want to open that can of worms, because the more time you spend on making a good game and with different mechanics and stuff like that, the more money you're spending, and you don't know you're gonna make
Right.
it back.
The problem is like WB, like Warner Brothers in general, doesn't seem to want to make that investment at all. Like,
No, they
period.
don't.
They want to make like easy money, and
Yeah.
they're like they try to do it with Suicide Squad, the game,
Yeah.
and it's like there's like 20 players playing it. It's like already dead on arrival. It's like you just wasted 7 years of development time for nothing.
Well, it's like this. So, just look at their TV shows. That's all. That's WB.
Mhm.
WB's making the Arrowverse and all of that. Look at the Arrowverse compared to like the Daredevil Netflix series. Like the Netflix studio was putting time and effort into making like the shows as good as they possibly could be.
Mhm.
And the Arrowverse, it comes off like corny, kind of like I don't know, like a Grey's Anatomy show. Like it's
Oh,
just
okay.
a soapy,
Yeah,
like
drama.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I have a son. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then that's the cliffhanger.
You were supposed to be dead all
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
Dumb. Bro.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I watched those shows for a long time because I'm a fan of the characters, and I think those actors actually did it better than the people in the movies. So
Yeah.
I give the actors props for that. I like those actors, but
Yeah.
the writing in that show is like,
I mean,
oh
at
my
this
God.
point, I feel like Warner Brothers just needs to drop.
And I will say this about a show: if there is a singing episode at all, it's already lost me. If there is like a musical episode where they just burst out into song, these characters that I'm invested in, and all of a sudden they're singing about the trees,
Uh-huh.
I turn it off. I give up on that series
That's
right off the bat.
This happened at a DC show?
Yeah,
What show?
Flash.
Oh, well, good thing I'm not watching it then.
Good.
Yeah.
I
That's-
quit watching it right there.
Yeah, musicals lose me. I'm not a musical guy.
But it was in a dream.
What's
that
the fun
make
of
you
the
feel better?
episode? No? That's a waste of time then.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the action.
Anyways,
yeah.
Batman. Batman Arkham series is a beautiful series, and I wish they would have kept it going. But at least it ended on a high note.
I'll say that, yeah.
At least it cut off, and you were semi sort of satisfied with the ending.
At least they ended it at least they knew when to stop.
Yeah.
So that's fair. Like if we had another Arkham game after Night, I don't know if I think it would have ruined
It
the
probably
series.
would look like the games that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, it would have ruined it completely.
What are y'all doing, DC?
They need to fix themselves.
Yeah.
But we won't ever see that probably.
Hmm. Do I hear a child?
I do.
Okay. Probably a good time to end the episode.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Thank you. And we're out of here. One last sip. Come on.
Oh, okay.
And we're out. That was an episode of Top Tier Play. Thank you for watching.
And be sure to check out the rest of our content on Typhoon. We've got a bunch more coming for you. Stay tuned.
Nice.